Hello, Ryan here. This is something different than what I have been doing. This is a Geoguessr speed run on this United States no blurry map, which means I'm going to get a perfect score on all 5 locations, and we're going to see how fast I can do it. My current personal best is just under 12 minutes. The world record times, they count the top 3, and currently to get third place, you have to get right about 6 minutes, which is hard, but certainly doable if you get the right maps. I don't have enough time to play it to really probably challenge that anytime soon. But I wanted to show what it looks like, to go through here and talk it through. I tried to narrate it live, but that didn't work so well. So I'm coming back after the fact to narrate this thing. So let's get it started. We are going into the first location, which looks quite a bit like New England to me. Probably some suburban street somewhere. So the first thing you have to do is find a location so that you can come back to, right? So we're just north of Moreland Street. I don't know where Moreland is. Trying to figure out what road I'm on. Sometimes it's easy. This time they don't have a sign for the cross street. So we'll move down a little bit, see if we can find an intersection. We're fortunate to find a pretty good size intersection here. And we have that too in the box, which indicates Massachusetts. I don't think there's any other states that do square signs for their state roads. So I know this is in Massachusetts. So now I just got to figure out where. I caught the sign that said Cole. And now we found that we are near the New York border. We saw a New York sign. This one, there's Troy, New York on there, and also North Adams. So we are in the extreme western part of Massachusetts, all the way up probably in the northwest corner, because North Adams is pretty far up there. So now I'm looking for Route 2, which I found. Now I'm trying to see, I'm too far over at this point. That road is much too small, and there aren't side streets really there. So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm located. As you pull back, try and find where 2 is, and you see it off there. It's a little bit of a bigger road, which is what we're looking for. We're right into Williamstown. Cole Avenue is right there. I went right past Moreland, but there it is. And we've got the first location within 9 yards. That's a perfect score. We pull this up. What's going to come back as key is those little cement things there I thought were marking a driveway. It ends up that's a road, and I could probably have done this quicker if I had realized that that was a road from the beginning. But as you'll see, this is a little harder. I was guessing this is somewhere in Tennessee, maybe. It's got kind of the mountains and the rolling hills, and there seem to be a lot of Tennessee locations. So I'm moving down, trying to find some information, going generally south and east. Oh, we found an intersection. There's a road sign there, State Highway 53. Of course, that's a circle, which is a pretty common sign that doesn't tell me a whole lot. So I need to figure out what else we have. So now we've got a US 62, which is really helpful. There's a lot fewer US roads to be able to find. Just looking at the signs, trying to figure out where we are. And we have some road signs there. We have Willisburg and Springfield. I don't immediately know where that is, so I'm going to try and move down the road, see if I can figure out some more clues. We are in a pretty rural area, though, so the chances of finding something aren't very good. And you can click like this for a couple hundred times and not really find anything. So I just figured I'd start guessing, right? I know there's a Springfield in Kentucky. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that it exists. So I figured I'd try there first because Kentucky and Tennessee look pretty similar. And sure enough, Springfield with Willisburg right north of it. So now I just have to figure out where the 62 is. And I found 62. And now I just have to begin locating my specific location. I knew we had the State Road 53, so I need to be looking for that. I don't immediately see it. So at some point soon here, I'm going to pop back onto the map. I could have hit the little flag button there to go back to the beginning. I thought I was farther away from that intersection at the beginning than I am right now. That doesn't prove to be true, but I click back to the beginning here. It's not that far to get back to the little intersection, and that's where I'll start to navigate my way around. So I pull back, and we find the little sign that shows 53 kind of splits off in 2 directions. Willisburg and Springfield are both off to the side there, so I am looking for 53 on 62. I just pull myself back a little bit, and there it is. Shoots off to the north, and there's one farther down to the south. So we're on a section where 62 and 53 are together. This seems like the most likely location. There's a little stream there. That's going to be my first indicator that I'm in the right spot if the stream is there. So we move up. I can see the little bridge already. We've got a stream. So now we're in the right spot. Now the matter is just figuring out exactly where it is. And you see the little road sticking up there. That's the one where I started in front of, but I thought it was a driveway and not a road. So now it's taking me a little bit longer to figure out exactly where I am because I don't think that I'm that far. This is costing me a little bit of time, but it won't end up being too much. I'm just trying to follow the road around and try to estimate where we are. I think you get maybe 80 yards for the same 5,000 points, but you want to try and be as close as possible. So there's this pretty big kind of truck yard there and a house. Again, I think that's a driveway and not a road, so I'm very confused. I'm trying to go and find that road in real time on the Google map, and now we've got this pull-off that I don't recognize. There's a stop sign up there, but it's the stop sign for that little ramp road, and I'm getting confused. And so now I'm starting to think, hey, maybe those markers were a road and not a driveway. And so I'm coming back to my starting location here, and that's where I'm just assuming. If I zoom in, sometimes buildings are on the map. So if you zoom in far enough, there we are. There's the little truck yard and the house, and that has to be a road. And so I click on it, and we got it, 5,000. So we move on to location 3, which looks to be out west, maybe Utah. We've got 4th Street and Deschutes, and we're right in the middle of the thing. That church sign doesn't seem to have a city or anything on it. Now we've got South Wasco County. It says the Red Sides. Probably used to be something else, I'm guessing. They changed that mascot at some point. And post office is the greatest thing in a little town because it tells you right where you are, Maupin, Oregon. I know this is going to be Western Oregon just because of the mountains and how sparse it is. And there's hardly anything down in the Eastern Oregon. Sorry, not Western, Eastern Oregon. There's almost nothing down in the southeast section. That's pretty deserty. It's not really what it looks like on the map. And I'm a little out of practice with this. I've been doing those no move, pan, or zoom for a while. If I had remembered, I would have probably started farther up here where I am now. It would have only cost me 10 or 15 seconds maybe. But if you're doing a speed run, that can really come in handy. So I'm looking for the town of Wasco, hopefully, and there it is. So if we're southern Wasco County, we got to go down a little bit. There's Maupin. Just pull in. That Deschutes Road isn't there, so I'm looking for the post office. I don't see Deschutes anywhere. I just want to make sure it's not that next little road up north of it. I don't think it is because we got a 4-way intersection here, but you just want to double check. There's no name for that thing. I can't find a name for it, but it doesn't have a 4-way intersection, so I'm pretty sure it's this main road here. Click on it. Sure enough, we are. Moving on to round 4, which is a big city, which sometimes can be good and sometimes can be bad. I got C Street and 4th, or C Avenue and 4th. I'm not sure what it is. C and 4th will be good enough. Looking for some indication of where we are. That doesn't have an area code. So that means we're probably in a state that only has one area code, which will limit things a little bit. Still looking for clues, right? Wolverine might indicate Michigan, but it's also a brand of clothing. Same thing with lacrosse over there. I really need something that's more definitive, so I come down. This is a big building with a name on it. Go to zoom in on here, and it says Anchorage 5th Avenue Mall, which is a pretty good indicator that we are in Alaska. So we pull in on Anchorage, and all you got to look for is C and 4th, because we were right in the middle of that intersection. C Street is pretty clear right there, and this is, again, my fatigue or something that I just start moving down, even though the numbers are going up for no apparent reason, and then I do it again. Just wasting precious seconds here that we could be solving this thing. I'm way out of downtown at this point. I don't know why I'm down there. It makes no sense to me. So then I finally go up to where I would have some single-digit numbers. I find 4th, which is great. And then for some reason, again, when I see the letter street start, I move in the opposite direction. I guess assuming that it would be left to right. That is not the case. Just got to pull all the way back and say, oh, maybe these letters go the other way. A, B, C. There's C. There's the mall. There's Big Rays. We got it. moving on to number 5. We're at, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes at this point, maybe 8. Doing really, really well. And here we're on an interstate, which are usually pretty easy, especially when there's exit signs nearby. So that says Oregon Coast, exit 136. So I'm probably on I-5 along the Oregon coast. So I go down to find the exit number, just make sure that we're north of there, which it is, Sutherland and Elkton. Again, if I had been in practice, I would have just gone down I-5 until I found Sutherland and Elkton. But for some reason, I decided to go in and see what the exit number is here in Albany, which, 200 something. So that's not, I know I'm 100 miles away. So I need to pan back out. This is where I've just lost the plot. I don't remember I'm out of practice. So finally, I get the notion of actually looking for the town on the exit sign, which I should have done from the beginning. We go down, we find the exit, you make sure it's 136. It is, so then we just got to go a little bit north, and we want to make sure we're in the right spot. So you hit the flag to go back to the beginning. We got this kind of truck lot over there with campers and tractors and things, and on the other side there's a golf course. Should be pretty easy. That seems to be where we are. Just wanted to check and see that that's a golf course. The tractor thing makes it real easy because I'm right in front of it. And we click it, and we are done. I didn't know if I had a record at this point, so you can go into the game breakdown. It's 10:42. This is where I went to check that I had indeed beaten my record, and I'm really excited that I was able to do that on really my second try at this today because I don't have a lot of time to do it. And thanks for watching.